Hi, welcome. We are going to look at how to compute inventory turnover. Before we start taking questions on inventory turnover, let's look at how to compute average inventory. Now, to compute average inventory, it can be annually, that's once a year. It can be semi-annually, that's every 6 months. It can also be quarterly, that's every 3 months. And it can also be monthly, that's every month. For annual inventory, the formula for the average inventory is beginning inventory plus ending inventory divided by 2. For semi-annually, the formula for the average inventory should be beginning inventory plus the inventory at the end of the 6 months plus the ending inventory divided by 3. Okay, the reason we divide by 2 here is that there are two values, beginning inventory and ending inventory. Here, the reason we divide by 3 here is that there are 3 values, beginning inventory plus inventory at the end of the first 6 months and the ending inventory. Okay, so there are 3 values. And then for quarterly, the formula for average inventory is beginning inventory plus 3 quarterlies plus ending inventory divided by 5. The reason we divide by 5 is that beginning inventory is 1 and there are 3 quarters we will put together. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, making 4. Plus ending, that's 5. That's why we divide it by 5. Okay. And then for monthly, the formula for average inventory is beginning inventory plus 11 monthly plus ending inventory divided by 13. Okay. This means that we'll take beginning inventory, then the inventory at the end of the first month plus inventory at the end of the second month plus inventory at the end of the third month going. So the 11th month. Then plus the ending inventory. Then we divide everything by 13. So that's the formula for the average inventory when it is taken monthly. Computation of inventory turnover can be based on either retail or cost. The formula for inventory turnover at retail is net sales divided by average inventory. And the formula for inventory turnover at cost is cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. So be very careful. So let's take the first question. Question 1 says, inventory for the year based on selling price are as follows. Beginning 90,000 cedis. End of month 3, 80,000 cedis. End of month 6, 100,000 cedis. End of month 9, 70,000 cedis. And end of month 12, that's the ending, is 60,000 cedis. Net sales for the year is 520,000 cedis. Compute the inventory turnover at retail. So to solve this, let's recall the formula for inventory turnover at retail, which is net sales divided by average inventory. Now, when you look at the question, the net sales has been given as 520,000. So I write that down that net sales is 520,000 cedis. We need the average inventory too, but we do not know the average inventory. So we need to find the average inventory. So to find the average inventory, when you look at this, you see that we have beginning 1. We have end of the first 3 months 2. We have end of 6 months 3. We have end of 9 months as the 4th. And then we have end of 12 months, that's the ending inventory as the 5th. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so to find the average inventory, we'll take the beginning plus the end of the first 3 months, which is 80,000, plus the end of the 6 months, which is 100,000, plus the end of the 9 months, which is the 70,000, plus the ending inventory, which is 60,000. Okay, so there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why we divide by 5 to get the average. So when you add the values at the numerator, you will get 400,000, okay, divided by 5, and that will give you 80,000 cedis. So the average inventory is 80,000 cedis. Okay. So after getting the average inventory and knowing the net sales, we can now find the inventory turnover at retail. So now let's do the substitution to get the inventory turnover at retail. So we have 520,000, which is the net sales, divided by the average inventory, which is the 80,000. This CDs cancels this CDs. You can take your calculator to do that. These 3 zeros cancel the 3 zeros here. 0 here cancel the 0. So 52 divided by 8. That will give you 6.5. Or you can put everything in your calculator. 520,000 divided by 80,000. That will give you 6.5. So you write 6.5 times. Question 2 says, assume that beginning inventory cost 60,000 cedis, purchases cost 300,000 cedis, and ending inventory cost 80,000 cedis. Compute the inventory turnover at cost. So to solve this, let's recall the formula for inventory turnover at cost. The formula for inventory turnover at cost is cost of goods sold divided by average inventory, isn't it? But we do not know the cost of goods sold. So let's find the cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold is equal to beginning inventory plus purchases minus ending inventory. So let's go back to the question. In the question, we have the beginning inventory to be 60,000 cedis. And then we have purchases to be 300,000 cedis. And we have the ending inventory to be 80,000 cedis. So let's substitute them in this formula. So when we do the substitution, 60,000 plus 300,000 minus 80,000. So put this on your calculator, you get 280,000 cedis for cost of goods sold. Okay. So after getting the cost of goods sold, find the average inventory. Now, when you look at this, we have beginning inventory 1 and then we have ending inventory 2. So in this question, we only have 2 inventories, beginning and ending. Now, because we have only beginning and ending, it means it's an annual inventory that's taken. It's not monthly, it's not semi-annually, and it's also not quarterly. So to find the average inventory will be the beginning, which is 60,000, plus the ending, which is 80,000, all divided by 2. So 60,000 plus 80,000 will give you 140,000, okay? Then you divide it by 2, you get 70,000 cedis. So the average inventory is 70,000 cedis. So now we know the cost of goods sold and we know the average inventory too. So to get the inventory turnover at cost, we only substitute them into the formula. So inventory turnover at cost will be equal to the cost of goods sold, which is 280,000 cedis, divided by the average inventory, which is 70,000 cedis. So cedis cancel cedis. Take your calculator and enter 280,000 divided by 70,000. Or let me say, these 4 zeros cancel these 4 zeros. Okay. So I'll have 28 divided by 7. And 7 goes into itself once and goes into 28 4 times exactly. No remainder. Okay. So the answer is 4. 4 times. Okay. So inventory turnover at cost equals 4 times. So in the next video, I'm going to give you more questions on inventory valuation and inventory turnover and show you how to solve them. In the next video, we'll take questions on break-even analysis. Thank you.